Okay, so picture this. You've got a maximum security prison, right? High walls, reinforced fences, the whole deal. And a brilliant inmate finds a way out, not with brute force, but with a clever, totally unexpected plan that leaves everyone just stunned. Well, that's not a movie plot. It's the real-life story of a wolf's incredible escape, and we're going to break down exactly how he pulled it off.
Seriously, what you're about to hear sounds like something straight out of a thriller. It's a meticulously planned jailbreak, but the fugitive isn't a person, and the prison wasn't built for humans. This is the true story of how one animal completely outsmarted its keepers and kicked off a massive citywide manhunt.
So let's set the scene. It's a seemingly normal Wednesday morning at the Daejeon Zoo in South Korea. Zookeepers are starting their daily rounds. Business as usual. But then, they make a discovery that sends absolute shockwaves through the entire place. An animal is gone.
And we're not talking about just any animal. This was a predator. So the immediate, urgent question for everyone was, how on earth does a wolf just disappear from an enclosure that's supposed to be escape-proof?
Every great escape story has its star, right? Well, in this case, our fugitive is a young male wolf who is now the focus of a huge operation. So let's get a quick profile on this little escape artist.
His name is Khgu, and as of this morning, he's the single reason an entire city is on high alert. So let's take a look at the stats on the animal who masterminded this whole thing.
First off, he's young, only 2 years old. That tells you he's an animal in his absolute physical prime. Strong, curious, and just packed with energy.
And he's weighing in at 35 kilograms, so he's a pretty formidable animal. Definitely not a creature you take lightly. So that's who escaped. Now, let's get to the most fascinating part, how he did it.
And this, folks, is where the story gets absolutely wild. The way he escaped wasn't about brute force. Nope. It was pure, cunning intelligence that took advantage of a huge flaw in his containment.
So, as you'd expect, the enclosure had all the standard security stuff. Strong fencing, high walls, all designed to stop an animal from climbing over or just smashing its way through. But Khgu did neither of those things. He completely outthought the design.
Instead of going over, he went under. He found a weakness that it seems like nobody even considered. Khgu actually dug a tunnel, a hidden passageway right underneath the security perimeter that led him straight to freedom. I mean, what an absolutely brilliant move.
And this wasn't just a shock to the public. Zoo experts themselves were basically speechless. This kind of planned underground escape is almost unheard of. It points to an incredible level of problem-solving and patience from this animal.
And wow, was he efficient. After getting out around 9:15 in the morning, he was spotted on dashcam footage just 16 minutes later, already 900 meters away from the zoo. He didn't hang around. He had a plan and he executed it with total precision.
Right, so, with a wolf on the loose, the situation escalated fast. I mean, really fast. The second they knew he was gone, it triggered a massive coordinated response from the entire city's emergency services.
The first real piece of evidence they got came from a regular person's dashboard camera. And what's wild is that the footage didn't show some panicked, scared animal. It showed Khgu just walking calmly and deliberately down a public road like he had somewhere to be.
So after that first sighting, technology really took over. The Korea Wildlife Protection Association brought in thermal imaging drones, and sure enough, they picked up a heat signature matching the wolf in a nearby mountainous area. He had quickly headed for higher, more defensible ground. Smart.
Now, the key thing to understand here is just how seriously they took this. We're not talking about a few zoo staff with nets. This was a full-scale operation. We're talking the fire brigade, local and national police, and even the military.
To put a number on it, over 100 personnel were mobilized, spreading out across the mountains and nearby neighborhoods. That number alone just gives you a sense of the scale of this thing and the danger they thought this situation posed. They were not leaving anything to chance.
So as this huge search was underway, the entire city of Daejeon was put on notice. I mean, you can't just go about your day as normal when there's a predator roaming free.
The authorities issued a high alert for the whole region. Now, that's an official warning system they use when there's a major active threat to public safety, and it put the entire city on edge.
And with that alert came a direct message for the public. Stay vigilant. People living there were told to be cautious, keep a really close eye on their surroundings, and call in any possible sightings immediately. You can just imagine the whole city holding its breath, just waiting for news.
Which really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? On one side, you have this massive, high-tech search operation with more than 100 people, and on the other, you have one incredibly intelligent, resourceful wolf who's already proven he can outsmart our best-laid plans. So how much longer can this amazing fugitive really evade capture?